Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Zoo. We're back in the food court today. It's been, like 3 episodes since we've been here? It's sort of our big project on the world at the moment. And it's coming on really nicely today. I'd really like to finish off the building itself, spruce up around the outside, and maybe start on a little bit of the interior. A lot of work today. But when was the last time we done a question of the day? It used to be an episodely thing back on the theme park world. Every episode we used to have a comment of the or question of the day. So I sent in through the comments from you guys, and then it just sort of stopped, and I don't really know why. People have been asking about it, so I do have one for you. I have one I'm going to say right at the beginning to give you a lot of time to try and think up a cool answer by the end, or an answer at least. A cool answer would be good. The question is, what do you wish you could do that you currently can't? Okay, for me, it's actually, not Monster Egg, for me, it's actually quite a simple one. For me, it's sing. I would love to be able to sing. What is that? And why is it flying? Hold on. Hey there, guys. What's this thing? That is literally a skeleton on a flying horse. Have you ever seen such a thing? Oh, that was loud. Let me move my mic away a little bit. There we go. I might have topped out the mic then. What? Torch. I tell you what we'll do. We'll just set this ground to glowstone, and then we'll get rid of them. There's a werewolf here and everything. Set glowstone. I always forget this. Now, people always ask me, AJ, why don't you just turn mobs off? Why don't you put the difficulty on peaceful? And the reason why I don't is because I don't know what mobs are classed as hostile mobs and what aren't. If I put it on peaceful mode, obviously the game is going to get rid of all of the hostile mobs, like skeletons and stuff like that. However, it might also get rid of things like lions, because lions might be classed in the game as hostile mobs, and I don't really want to lose them, because then I just got to put them all down, and it's just a mistake that there's not really any point taking the risk for, when we just need to make sure that it's nicely lit up. In fact, if anything, it's a good thing if we find mobs like this in random places, because it means that it was too dark for the public. Hey? Anyway, back to the question of the day. If you could do anything that you can't do at the moment, and I'm not talking superpowers like flying. I think everybody, if you had the opportunity, if you had the option, you would want to fly. But I'm not talking about like superpowers or unrealistic things. I'm talking about things that like other people can do that you can't. Is there anything there that you'd want to do that you can't otherwise? Let me know in the comment section below. It'll be our question of the day. I always look forward to reading what you guys come up with, because some of you come up with some really interesting and unique things that like you just otherwise couldn't think of. So yeah, look forward to that. How cool would it be able to sing though? Oh, just like any song, like from an Elvis Presley song to, well, maybe not a Rihanna song for me, but like I don't know, an Ed Sheeran song or something like that. It'd be so cool to be able to sing. Yeah, 100%. So I think what I want to do, I put the roof on there sort of half off camera. I think it's looking really cool. We still need to add the little white bits that are on top, and I also spelt entrance wrong. It's not got an E in it. It's entrance. Thank you for notifying me of that. But yeah, I still need to put these things on around the side. I shall do that off camera, but I shall grab the bits now so I don't forget. And what I do want to do though is I want to put some signs on here. I want to have, I think, food, nice and simple on one side, cafe on the other, and I want them pointing inwards. It's not the best to like draw people in from further away, but we're sort of trying to enclose this area off as its own thing. So pink for cafe, yellow for food. Yellow's very close to the sort of orange, and the pink's very close to that. They would be really nice blocks. What blocks don't blend in? Blue doesn't. Blue stands out. Green is very much grass-like. red, blue and red, blue and pink. No, I like the blue and pink. I'm going to go with blue and pink. We're going to have a cafe in pink. And I think I want it on this block, like in line with this part of the building. 3 blocks wide, 5 blocks high. It's as small as you can really go. Sometimes I do them bigger. Sometimes I go 5 by 7. But I think we should be able to do all of these letters. I can't think of any letters in cafe or food that are going to cause us any problems. For some reason, I don't know if it's me, but my cursor seems to be very invisible today. Is it just me? I don't know. Oh, that's not how you spell cafe. I'm sure my cursor is a little bit more visible sometimes. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going a little bit blind today. Okay, so cafe. See how that fits in really, really nicely. No, I sort of like it being a little bit more to the left than to the right. If we had it in the middle, I think it'd be a little bit more awkward. It's actually quite centered with the door. As centered as we can be because the door is an even number. So I'm happy with that. And then on this side, it starts 2 blocks in. We want the D of food. Like this. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can type backwards. I can do the O's like a solid O, or I can take the corners out. I think I'm going to leave them because the A doesn't have the corners missing, so we'll leave them big, solid O's. If we take the corners out, it might look a little bit too flimsy and thin. And F. Nice and simple. If you're doing it on console, you can now use banners to do this. I've seen that being done by a few of you guys now, and it looks really, really cool. You know, typing out banners and putting them in there. I saw Redstone Panda and Blue Bubbles do that and look really nice. Really customizable way to do text in a very small amount of space. So it's much more beneficial than doing it the way I am here. But because I am running this on 1.7, I don't have banners, which is why I can't use them, unfortunately. That one, and that one. And we'll connect these up. I think that's all it needs. There'll be like lightweight signs. Is that in the middle? I've got a feeling that this one's out. Ah, yes, because that doesn't... Yeah. Aha. That one. Okay. So there's the food one in. I'll do the other one on the cafe when I put the roof thing on off camera. I'll do that later on this episode. We want some trees in here. And I also want to shape this. If we go up in the air, we can see on the map. See how it's a square at the moment? Like the bricks that go around the outside is a square. I don't like that. I want to try and do something that would be a little bit awkward to do. And I don't know how I would really show you how I want to do it. I want to make it... Have you ever seen those palm tree islands? It's a bad way to... Like, out of sand. It's a very difficult way to explain it. But I want to do not an exact shape like that, but a sort of shape like that. And the way that I think I want to do it is if I grab some bricks... Or I can just mark out in the ground at the moment. I want it to sort of come out here like this to go around the... to go around the fountain, okay? So we get a little bit of brick around there. And then what I want to do is I want it to come out down here and loop around like this. And the same on this side. And loop around like that. See how it sort of splits off? And then I want another split, and another split, and another split. So it makes this like a fan or a palm tree leaf. I don't know what shape to really call it, but that's the sort of shape that I want to do. That'll probably be an off-camera thing to do. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'll just do it with the brush, because then we're going to line it with trees and bushes and really lift this place up with a lot of greenery. Make it an enjoyable place to be. And then the inside toilets I can do off camera. I'm not bothered with those. We've already built toilets before. You know how they're going to look. On the food side, I want to do a fast foody feeling restaurant. I don't want anything that looks and feels too expensive. And for the ceiling, we actually have this perfect place for the ceiling. We need these orange ones here because they blend into the ones underneath. But these fill in with the orange. And on the top half of these blocks, we use slabs. I think a dark wood or somewhat dark wood, maybe jungle wood. They've got a really nice plank texture to it. Yeah. Oh, perfect. And then a lighter wood for the ground. Maybe try and give more of an almost treehouse feel on the inside here. Do you know what I mean? Like wooden furniture, barrels, crates, things like that. You know how like every no, I can't have it on that one. I have it on the black one. That gives us more room. You know how like every fast food restaurant has its own theme. Like you go into McDonald's and you see Ronald McDonald the clown, and you go into KFC and like all the furniture is like red and white. McDonald's is yellow and red. Burger King is a little bit sort of strange, just sort of a little bit more universal, I suppose. But it still has its mascot and everything. In here, we just go with like the wooden furniture, and maybe we could have a gorilla or something like that as the mascot for this place. Yeah, call it like Hungry Monkeys. Hey, Hungry Monkeys restaurant. Hey, on on-site restaurant. I love it. And I actually wanted to do something a little bit weird with the windows. Now, in my head, it looks really cool. In reality, it might not be. But this is what I was thinking. I was thinking about doing stained glass windows, but in lines with a color scheme. Now we've gone with wooden stuff. Obviously, brown is one good color scheme. White always goes with everything. And then maybe a green and possibly the dark green as well. And I was just thinking about striping them. So we have brown. Then let's try the lime green. Then the white. Then is the dark green any real different? Actually, I think I'm already liking this. And then that. How cool does that look, hey? Proper inviting. Okay, I like that as well. That's a ton of off-camera stuff that I need to work on here. But I shall do that and I shall be back, okay? Alright, that was a lot of work, but I'm very pleased. Check this out. Okay, I put a load of leaves down. It wasn't exactly what I was thinking of, but I've actually ended up liking this a lot more. It was a shape that I was much more comfortable with. And you can sort of see from down here what I'm going for. Just like these little paths where the kids can run about and get all their energy out of. You have some benches. I want some water. I want some rock formations. Maybe the river that goes through the zoo can join up somewhere around here and flow into these. But yeah, this is what we've got. Now, it's not block mirror image. It doesn't need to be. It's exactly what I want, though. It looks so cool. It looks better, actually, in-game than it does on the minimap. I mean, it looks cool on the minimap, but it looks really, really cool here. Now, obviously, some trees would be great in the middle there. I'm just going to plant them as saplings and let them grow. But what we want to do is sort of think about where the water is going to go. Seeing as though there's a fountain there of water, a fountain there of trees, a fountain there of water, I probably don't want this area water. So if we had this area trees and then like that area water and that area water, that would look cool, and then sort of join it up. I don't know. I don't know exactly how yet, but it's gonna look cool no matter what, because we always make things look cool in the end, even if it takes a little while for it to become looking cool. It always does get there. So I have some trees down here, not too many. I'm just sort of spacing them out somewhat evenly and keeping them 1 or 2 blocks away from the hedgerow. I don't really want to go any further than that away. This is the middle point, isn't it? How weird is that? Like, you start off on that side and then you sort of come around this side. I love these types of hedgerows. I want benches in there so you can sit down in there and just sort of, you know, chill out. I want not a forest feel, but just like a wooded feel in here. That's what I sort of want. You know, somewhere where you can just sort of run around and just enjoy it. Maybe before you get some food or after you get some food. Yeah, exactly what we want. But the trees are going to look so good when they start growing. I'm not going to change the tick speed. People keep saying you can make trees grow faster by altering the tick speed of the game, which is probably true, if not 100% true. Or it is 100% true. The only problem is I don't know it well enough to know if it affects anything else. I don't want it to make something happen that shouldn't. And I'd rather not risk it. So I'd rather just leave it there. Let them grow naturally. I don't think we're here next episode, but we might be back here the episode after. I don't know. It depends on what we do. Oh, yeah, and I never showed you this either. I've got all the windows on this side done, the colours that we wanted. Sneeze. 5. It's okay. So I've got the colours on there. I've got the white bit along the top now and on the sides. I'll show you that in a second. And I've got pink, blue, purple, white. Pink, blue, purple, white as the pattern on this side. And I think they look so cool, don't they? They're the same building, made out of the same blocks, and yet just by looking at the windows you can tell that they've got different things inside of them. Very, very cool. So I've got the white thing there, the white thing going along there, and the white thing at the back there. It just gives a little bit more sort of high, a little bit more detail to the building, makes it not quite a flat, boring or as boring roof. It's looking pretty cool. We've got one tree in there. I just need to try and line up these trees on this side around here. Then once too close. Once all the saplings are down, they can take as long as they like to grow, really. And these all the way around here. Did I go any further down with that one on the other side? It's so far just to get across. I went just a little bit down. It's so far just to get across to the other side of the food court. Just a little bit down, like that. Okay, that looks cool. Yeah, look at that. That's going to be really, really nice. Now, water in this area. I'd actually like somewhat of a decent mass of water as well. I think I've got an idea. It doesn't need to be deep because we don't want kids falling in it and stuff like that. So what if we done something like this? We don't want to really go over there, so I'm just going to play it easy. Replace air with... No, grass with air. That's getting rid of the ones underneath the bushes. I can always replace them back. I was thinking if there was a command that I could do to, like, ignore grass underneath bushes. But no, there's no such command as that. So yeah, all of that be water. Same on the other side. And then, like, I want, like, some sort of a curve going on. Again, it doesn't need to be exactly the same on either side. It can sort of be just off. Or, you know, just similar. As long as it doesn't actually need to be that close at all. As long as it's sort of, they both curve towards the same point. I'm not really bothered. Just to here? Maybe that's a good place to sort of stop then. From there to there. I don't know what bits are going and what bits aren't. Those ones. But yeah, having this all full of water is going to look absolutely sick. Check this out, check this out. Get rid of that. And then fill it all in with water here. Let's just smooth out these edges a little bit first. Before we put the water down. Otherwise, the water can freak out sometimes. Reach. That's good. That'll do. That'll be fine. Nothing needs to be block perfect. And then I can pretty much fill this all in with water, right? We'll find out after the break. No, there's no break. Have you thought of an answer to the question of the day? If so, let me know in the comment section below now. Replace air with water. How stunning does that look? Once all those trees grow, this water wraps around the side. Mwah. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's have a look with the shaders on. I know I'm going to have to end off the episode. I know it's going to be a little bit... It's actually not that short. It's a normal episode length for you. For me, it's been a really long episode. But this looks so nice, man. Look at that. Hey? Yes. Alright guys, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We'll see you in the next episode.